Hi everyone. Number 2, in looking at negative numbers and what's happening, let's have a look at where you start from, where you understand. 2 times 3, most people would say that's okay. 3 plus 3 would be 6. 2 by 2, you got 4. 2 by 1, you've got 2. 2 by 0, so 2 lots of nothing is still nothing. Now let's look at patterns. The patterns are really important. These are all 2. These are going 3, 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So we're coming down here, 3, 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2 and minus 3. So what's happening over here? Patterns are so important in maths, and a lot of people don't understand what's going on in the topic, whereas you can show them a pattern. I've had adults who I've spent time with and stood there and gone through these patterns, and they went, finally I understand what's going on. So let's look at it. The 2 stay the same, these are going down by 1, but what happened to these numbers? They're going down by 2, going down by 2, going down by 2. So if we started at 6, go down by 2, we go down by another 2, and we go down by another 2. So when we're here, to go down another 2 from there, so down 2, and we're at minus 2. If we're at minus 2, and we go down another 2, we're now at minus 4. And of course we can go down further, go down another 2. So from minus 4, we go down another 2, and we're at minus 6. So it's like saying this: 2 lots of minus 3 is minus 6. So it's a bit hard for us to think of minus 3, but you can see it on the numbers over here. So a minus 3 and another minus 3 altogether is minus 6. It's like having $3 missing in your bank account. You've spent too much, so you're down by $3 and you go down by another $3, talked about in the previous video, and altogether we've gone down by 6. So say we start with there. 2 by minus 3 we know is minus 6. So following the pattern again, 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, these are staying as minus 3. Instead of having 2 lots of minus 3, we have 1 lot of minus 3. Now we have no lots of minus 3, so no lots of anything is just 0. Now follow the pattern. What's happening? We're at minus 6. Then we go to minus 3, which you can see is up 3. And then we go to 0, which again is up 3. So we're going to go up 3 again. So we're still going up 3, and we end up at 3. And if we go up another 3, we end up at 6. Let's have a look what's happening. A negative multiplied by a negative ended up not being a negative. So a negative multiplied by a negative ended up being not a negative. This is where we come up with a rule that 2 negatives make a positive. Not because we want it to, not because of any great desire to, it just happens. It's something which we have happen all around us. And I muck around all the time and I do this. I have 2 negatives, and 2 negatives is like there's an irresistible force between them. They go, 2 negatives make a positive. And that is the only rule I teach. Why do I teach that as the only rule? Because I don't need to teach 4 rules when I can only have to teach 1 rule. So 1 rule, 2 negatives make a positive. When I first started teaching this, I used to teach 4 rules. And it got confusing for kids. And some went, they were understanding it and it was all good. 1 rule, 2 negatives. But what's the trick? When you're multiplying, 2 negatives make a positive. So when you're multiplying, 2 negatives make a positive. So in the previous video, I was just like here, minus 3 is minus 6. Those 2 negatives do not make a positive. They're just up and down a thermometer or a scale. So those 2 negatives don't, but those 2 negatives do. In our next video, we'll have a look at some more of what else happens with negative numbers.